Good morning. All right, today is Memorial Day in the United States. It's also known as Boulder Day here in Boulder, Colorado, one of the biggest 10Ks in the world. But never to be lost on to say thank you to all of the service members and support systems and families of service members that have made this possible and have fought for our freedom. And that's what Memorial Day is all about, is just taking time to honor and remember. So with that being said, today is my first ever Boulder. I have lived in Boulder, Colorado since 1984. And yeah, today's super special because I'm doing it with a special friend of mine. All right, let's start out lateral half kneeling. Getting ready for a 10K today. And for anybody, just getting ready for another great week. Lateral half kneeling. And all we're going to do first is keep this hips flat, and we're just going to work the hinge. So just back and forth. 3. And just kind of check in on how much tugging we get from the adductor, the inner thigh. Just nice and easy. Good. Nice. And you can kind of see that my eyes and chest stay up. So when you look down, you go into spinal flexion. That affects how effective your pelvic region can be and your hips. The power is in the hips and the glutes. Okay, so same thing, lateral half kneeling. I'm already getting a little tugging just even by going into that position. Some people actually get a little bit of a cramp. And if you get a cramp or you feel the precursor to a cramp, what I want you to do is just kind of breathe into it and just let that subside. Let your joint get used to that position. Right? Nice and easy. Chest nice, stay up. Good. And good. Couple more. Try and keep it even on both sides. I try to get about 8 or 10. Nice. Okay, from right there, we're going to a wide stance, heels outside of toes. We're going to continue to work the hinge. This time, just hands on your hips and just put the weight on the heels, push the hips back, and then come right back out of it. Okay, nice wide stance. Heels are outside of your toes. That's your foot position. From right there, just push the hips back, keep the eyes up until you get a gentle tugging on the hamstring. And there's actually 3 hamstrings. So it's an S, hamstrings. Nice and easy. Good, hands on your hips. Eyes up. These are the little things that people take for granted and they stop doing the hinging. It's simple, but you need to practice it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay, nice easy hinge. And good. All right, we're going to go back to lateral half kneeling. We're adding a little bit of intensity. I'll do it sideways for you here. We're going to go hands into short wing. So short wing, thumbs touch the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades, head in a great position. We're just going to keep the hands at the height of the eyes. And we're starting to add the lats and thoracic spine. So just hinge and press. 3, 4, spread the fingers. You want attention into your hands. That's going to liven up and upregulate all the nervous system into the hands, through the arms, through the shoulders. Good and good. All right, same thing other side. So I'll do it kind of coming at you this time. Right knee down. Left heel is outside of the toes. That's an anchored foot. Thumbs at the shoulders. Push the hips back, hands up. That adds intensity to the back line of the body. It adds intensity to the movement. 3, 4, 5. Good. Long through the arms. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's go back to a standing position. Wide feet. Thumbs to the shoulders, same idea. Push the hips back, hands high. There we go. Good. That counterbalance really lets you push your hips back. 3, 4, we're going for 8, 5, 6, 7, good, and 8. Nice. Okay, let's work a little bit of rotation. So we've loaded the back line, we've started loading the medial line. Let's load the lateral line, and that includes TFL and IT band. So we're going to start that with the right foot behind left, and the first move is going to be a very subtle shift to the right. Very subtle. The lateral line is a stabilizing line, right? So it's not a propulsion, it is a stabilizer. So it shouldn't move that much, but it should move a little bit. So you see my hip goes to the right, my left shoulder goes down just a little bit. And that allows the spine to maintain its integrity. The spine can do so many things, but sometimes we want to maintain the integrity, and sometimes we want to actually move it in lateral flexion. Today we're just holding it in one position. Left leg behind the right. We're going to load into the left hip. And if you follow me a lot, and you probably don't pay attention to my body, because hopefully you're paying attention to your body, but my left side is usually different from my right. I don't like to say it's injured because it's not, but if something goes wrong, it's typically for me on the left. So it's not unusual that I feel a little extra tugging here. Might even feel it up into QL, which is that muscle that attaches the pelvis up to the ribs. So just nice, easy loading into that lateral line. And good. All right, back to a wide stance. And we're going to start to work a little bit of hip rotation. And we're going to do that from flexion. So push your hips back. And we're just rotating the left hip to the midline. And then the right hip. And again, my shoulder follows my hip. So if the hip stops rotating, so does the shoulder. Again, the spine can rotate, but we're not asking it to right now. We're just working through hip rotation, nice and easy. Hip bone to the midline, hip bone to the midline. Good, and these are your deep hip rotators. Good. One more. In and in. Good. All right, so now let's go down onto quadruped position. And when you get into that hands and knees, so let's start on 2 knees. Take your right knee and put it 3 inches in front of your left. Put your hands directly under your shoulder, and your head is stacked. So chin into throat. We're just going to push back, which is going to rotate through the pelvis and start to mobilize the SI joint. So just nice and easy, rocking back and forth, mobilize the SI joint. Right knee is 3 inches in front of the left. That little bit of offset load is what allows the SI joint to move. Good. And good. Okay, same thing other side. So let's take the left knee 3 inches in front of the right, so not a lot, just enough. Hands directly under the shoulders, rock back and forward. There we go. Head position is strong. Make sure your eyes are not dropped and your heads are not dropped. You want a strong spine angle. Good. And we just gently toggle through the SI joint, this sacroiliac joint. So it's important that your sacrum can mobilize, and it's a very small amount, but if it's not moving, you'll know. Because typically your lower body just doesn't work as well. You don't feel as much freedom through the hips. All right, let's go ahead and stand back up. We're going to go hands behind your head, and you want to pull your elbows back so you can't see them. All right, so no seeing the elbows. And then We're going to take the elbows and touch them in front. And we're going to round the upper back just a little bit. All right, so elbows touch, round into the upper back, and that's so that we can undo it. All right, so right here, elbows in, round, and then open up that chest and let the elbows come back. Round it, and then open it. Round it, and then open it. There's your nice extension of the spine, flexion of the spine, and the shoulder blades become so free on the ribs. And they just start to roll across the rib. The chest gets open, the breath gets freer. Good. A couple more here. Round it, elbows touch, open it. And you might even feel a little bit of tension right at the bottom of the ribs. And that can start to free up the diaphragm and how you breathe. Here we go, round it, open it. Couple more, let's go 3 more. 1, 2, and 3, and good. All right, so now let's keep the feet anchored so the heels are slightly outside of the toes, and we're just gonna side bend. See how the hips go to the left, elbows go to the right. And again, we're opening the lats. Woo! The lats are part of the lateral line of the body, lateral fascial line. So when I talk about the back line, that's a fascial line. All the muscles in the body are intertwined with fascia and wrapped in fascia. And the way we train is to work with the nervous system and the fascia, which are very closely integrated. They live together. And we just want to build trust, so we get a huge movement bubble. Good. Side to side, couple more. Hips are moving, shoulders are moving, all together. Good. All right. Now, let's go 8 feet just outside of shoulder width. You can go as wide as you need to go so you can touch the ground. So right there, see if you can touch the ground. If you can't touch the ground, bring the ground up to you. So you can always use a foam roller or a chair or anything that you need to just get into that position. Okay, I can actually get to the ground. So all the way back up, push the hips back, let the hands go straight down. 2, straight down. 3, knees are soft. 4, 5, we're gonna go 3 more. 6, 7. So what are we doing when we do mobility? We're starting to get this pump going through the body of all of the fluid moving throughout the body, blood moving throughout the body, synovial fluid moving throughout the joints. Balance yourself on the wall or a chair or a countertop. We're going to grab that foot to the back, and this one we're going to breathe into it. So what makes it mobility is that we're going to move the diaphragm. So hold the foot, nice big breath. We have 3 breaths. Here we go. And just a quick note, you'll notice my knee is not in front of my hip. Make sure you can get that knee behind your hip when you do a foot grab. Balance yourself. Pull that knee back. Head is up. 3 big breaths. Good. We're going to do 1 more of those each side. Hand on the wall. Grab the foot. Knee behind the hip. Chest is open. Diaphragm is open. Nice big breath. 3 big breaths. Good. Last one, other side. Here we go. Knee behind the hip. Chest is up tall. Nice big breath. Here we go. And good. All right, let's pull the mat back just a little bit. Okay, now toes are out just a little bit. When we go toes out, we create space in the hips. We're just gonna drop down into that frog squat. Kind of look like a frog because your knees are going out to the side. 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, we're staying down here. Good. And we're gonna just arm trace, look up, arm trace, look up. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. We got one more each side. 5 and 5. Let's go knees on, elbows onto the knees, and then just come right back up. We're going to go right back into 5 squats. 1, 2, should get easier. 3, the more you move, the better you feel. And good. Let's go right leg behind left. Hands behind your head, elbows to the back. Now we're gonna load that lateral line just a little bit more. 2, push that hip sideways. 5, switch to the other side. So we've got left leg behind the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and good. All right, one more time. Big reach to the ground, working through the spine. So we're gonna work through flexion, round your back. And then you're gonna come all the way up and through the arms, we're gonna load the front line of the body. The front line of the body includes hip flexors, big quad muscles, pecs. The front line does tend to get tight. So it's really important because it will go long if it recognizes that the back line is strong. And there's a constant attention to both lines to make sure that everything works together and everybody's getting along in the body. So here we go. We're going to go 5 big flexions all the way down, round your spine. And then little by little, open it up. Let the hips come to the front. Let the hands go to the back. And then come right back down. You should be able to get into that position fearlessly, too. If you can, just go here. And if you can't use the arms, keep the hands down a little bit. Regress the movement. Make it a little bit easier by taking the weight of the arms out of the equation. All right, 3 more. 1. Round the spine. Good. 2. 3. And good. You guys, happy Memorial Day. I am so thankful to live in a country of freedom. We've got to keep fighting for that. We've got to keep fighting for our brothers and sisters, everybody who doesn't look like us. We've got to keep fighting for the kids, the old people, all of the above. Take care of yourself so you can take care of everybody else. Thanks for joining me on Memorial Day and Boulder Day. Hope you guys have an amazing day with family and friends. Peace.